What the? Where am I? What the hell is this place?
Throughout the vast millennia of history, humanity has stood witness to a great swath of powerful and influential media. From the ancient steles of the Mesopotamians and the detailed hieroglyphs of Old Kingdom Egypt, to the detailed works of Homer and the writings of Shakespeare, humans have relentlessly honed their ability to share complex ideals and tales of grandeur.
Wait, it's Bigfoot in the feckin' bus, dude! Dude, come back! What the hell is this? Bigfoot, come on, dude! Look at these shots to the head. Take this, Bigfoot! There we go.
This trait of recording or else otherwise creating media for future generations is unique to humans and serves as a separation from the animals. While many would state that the ancient works of Virgil or the more contemporary works of Tolkien hold the mantle of greatest among media, these things could not be further from the truth. Merit though these works may have, they can scarcely hold a candle to the sheer magnitude and splendor of Kevin O'Reilly's magnum opus, the Jim Pickens Cinematic Universe, or JPCU for short.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what have I done? Okay, calm down. There's enough supernatural things going on already. And he just puts it in his pocket. What is it? It's a chaos relic. Oh, I want to put this guy's urn on display. It's really nice. There we go. I'll put it with the little horsey on this display. Photographer Jim Pickens.
Today, we will be looking into the characters, tales, and histories of this greatest of works. Note, it is important to take into account that for the purposes of simplicity, that this will not include any of the prior Sims 3 continuity and is restricted purely to the Sims 4 universe, which began with Urp John. The characters. The characters of the Jim Pickens Cinematic Universe are among the most unique personages ever to be put on a screen of any size.
I'll just put a mermaid spell on him, I guess. They can't come into this. Wait, who are you guys?
From the relatively normal to the backwards and bizarre, the key players of this universe are of no small importance. The Urp Lineage. Urp John.
Oh, look at that. Urp is on the case. Urp is a freaking hero. What, Jim? Why are you doing this? Oh, Jim is like, I got it, guys. I did it. I put out the fire.
While only featured in a mere 6 episodes, Urp left his mark on the Somalian world and the Jim Pickens Cinematic Universe as a whole, impregnating at least 3 known women in the span of his life, including but not limited to Miko Ojo, Penny Pizzazz, and Masami Hagasawa. Miko and Penny, both of whom were either dated or were romanced by Urp, were eventually put aside for Urp's unofficial fiancée, Masami Hasegawa, a glitch in the game forbidding his attempted proposal.
You like? Oh, she's into the forearms, so my lack of personality might be made up for.
Urp's cult fodder, children, were named Emilia Ojo, Pearl Pizzazz, Murpi Hasegawa, John Hasegawa, Jensen Bheeda, Teagan Bheeda, and Melinda Pizzazz.
Oh, instead of changing a diaper, let's just make you grow up.
A romantic, clumsy, and insane man, Urp made his living as a media intern and was renowned even by Kevin for having incredibly massive forearms, earning him the nickname of the Forearm God.
Oh, there it is. Blast those forearms. Look at that. Whoa, what are you doing? Why are you coming in here?
Urp, while having the series ripped away from him by a far more handsome, powerful, and terrifying individual, got off exceptionally easy, eventually dying of old age and not by pufferfish or magic, as revealed in the Sims 4 episode Sims 4, but I Need More Slaves in the Basement.
Wait, he died? Urp is dead, folks. He's gone. At least he died of old age. He went peacefully.
Murpi Hasegawa. One of the longest living of Urp's whelps, Murpi served loyally as a faithful member of the cult of Jim Pickens, living with your dear leader and his other cultists in the first Pickens stronghold at Sandtrap Flats.
Welcome to your new home in Sandtrap Flats, a secluded neighborhood with a giant telescope, a mystery shed, and a rocket pad. The shed may or may not contain containment pods, which are suitable up to 3 people, with used refrigerators, a rusty stove, and broken easels. Make this house a home today.
Murpi helped raise the daughter of Grimey. Like her father, she died of old age. Pearl Pizzazz. Another child of Urp, Pearl served as a somewhat obscure character, eventually being taken hostage by your dear leader after her apartment was raided by Beejay Pickens.
I did try and burn down her house, I guess. Talking about babies. Even the hand motions, she was like, there was at least 20 of us. Why are you crying? What's wrong? I can't see any negative about the situation you found yourself in. Alright? Oh, my eyes! Alright. I can see why you're kind of hiding under the covers and crying. Ask to move in. Jesus, yeah, that option comes up fast, doesn't it? There we go. Jesus, this is much easier than I thought. Locked door for everyone but Pearl. Welcome to your new home. Alright, we have our prisoners.
Household members. Jules Cooper. Jules Cooper, having such a short time to live in the series, was one of the most perfect captives your dear leader ever took. His tale began when, after 2 dates, Beejay Pickens brought him home and proposed to him, effectively securing his future. Being immensely skilled in nearly every aspect of life, Jules avoided detainment in the basement by proving himself to be an excellent cook. Due to this level of skill, Jules remains, to this day, one of the few Sims dear leader ever cared about. His talent for fixing objects for free instantaneously was unparalleled. He died of laughter. However, in later days, he was hired to play the piano at your dear leader's restaurant in ghost form.
Jules, no! You are too perfect for this world!
Jensen and Teagan Bheeda. Having both been born of the seed of Urp, Jensen and Teagan Bheeda served your dear leader faithfully in the first Pickens stronghold at Sandtrap Flats. Shortly after being taken to the basement to become painting slaves, Jensen was frightened by your dear leader, which resulted in a heart attack and subsequent death. Teagan died shortly thereafter. The Racket Family. A subsection of your dear leader's household members, the Racket family can be considered among the most significant individuals in the basement. It must be recognized that death does not seem to affect the Racket family as it does other families. Members of this family are known to be heavily resistant to death, even coming back from death a few times. Emma Racket. In an attempt to infiltrate a family and seize their assets, your dear leader ran into the Racket family, all of whom were subsequently converted to the cult of Jim Pickens. Married to Dennis Racket and mother to Human Racket, Emma Racket appears relatively early on in the series as a whole. Emma, being by far the most ordinary of the family, stayed by your dear leader's side for the remainder of her life, eventually giving him a son. At an old age, she died as she lived, praising your dear leader. Human Racket. The son of Emma and Dennis Racket, Human Racket was taken in by your dear leader after an attempt on his parents' life. A strange man of alien and possible Mexican origin, Human was kept in the second Pickens stronghold at the Racket House. He eventually died of old age. In a final act of defiance against your dear leader, Human chose to spend his final days atop a bed in the second stronghold, refusing to move until his passing. Dennis Racket. The strangest member of the Racket family by far, Dennis Racket was killed many times by your dear leader, in a variety of ways, including burning, drowning in urine, and the kiss of death.
Wait, how'd you get out of the basement? Someone from my cult got out. He's running away. I didn't have anything to do with this.
None of these was successful, however. and Dennis came back each time. A known nemesis of your dear leader, prompted by his failure to die and his resemblance to your dear leader, Dennis Racket was kept as a slave in the second stronghold until his death by old age during a vacation to the jungle. Clement Frost and Ryland Oakley. Clement Frost and Ryland Oakley were the two Santa Clauses captured by your dear leader during the winter. Clement was initially invited to the third Pickens stronghold at Count Vladislav Strad IV's mansion in an attempt to get off the naughty list. After allowing Clement to move in, due to the man's wealth, your dear leader locked him in the basement. Eventually becoming a zombie, Clement was brought back to life and re-zombified instantaneously afterwards. This was done in order to determine which Santa should live, as Kevin had both Clement and Ryland fight to the death. Clement won the battle and was forced to chop Ryland into pieces with a cleaver and feed on the corpse. Ryland Oakley was the second Santa, taken by your dear leader. After an attempt to murder him via poisonous pufferfish going poorly, your dear leader decided to lock him in the basement and tend to the cult's children. Ryland was also set up to be abducted by aliens and gave birth to a set of twins, each of whom were honored with a Pickens name. Grognak the Destroyer, Attorney at Law, Esquire, M.D. Any who are familiar with the extensive lore of Kevin's channel will be familiar with the character of Grognak the Destroyer, Attorney at Law, Esquire, M.D. It is therefore rather unsurprising that she would make an appearance in the Sims 4 series.
Oh, I think we found our organist, though.
While not actually being a part of the household, Grognak joined your dear leader in his dysfunctional band and his street gang.
And Jim is happy about it. Oh my god. This is what we're all here for, folks. This is why we made the band. Have you ever seen a more perfect band? I doubt it. As the rating increased of our restaurant, the music is really adding a lot to this graveyard restaurant that kills people.
Her fate is as of yet unknown. Count Vladislav Strad IV, the vampire from whom your dear leader gained his third stronghold. Vlad was continuously tormented by your dear leader, subjected to being burned alive, death magic, and eventual de-aging. He was later, in his child form, abandoned to some other family. He is presumed dead. The Pickens household. Kendrick Pickens. The grandson of your dear leader, Kendrick Pickens was the alien son of Tim Pickens. Initially ignored, Kendrick eventually found himself as a host for your dear leader's restaurant. He later died. Pickey Pickens. Pickey Pickens was a puppy, adopted days after the death of Pumpkin Pickens. He was largely ignored and no one cared when he died of old age. Pumpkin Pickens. The only creature your dear leader has ever cared about save Jules. Pumpkin Pickens was the cat to your dear leader. It is said that the search to bring her back to life continues to this day.
Oh yes, big head, big cat. That cat is thick. Get rid of that, you don't need a tail. It's like I'm just trying to make my cat into a dog.
First name and second one, Pickens. While both possessing the name of your dear leader, first name and second one Pickens have no relation to Jim Pickens. Conceived outside of a spa, the twins were tended to in the basement of the third Pickens stronghold, though were not confined to it. While first name began to gain favor with your dear leader, second one was disregarded nearly completely. Eventually, the second one accidentally drowned in a pool.
You see, that would be a good thumbnail right there, but I bet it wouldn't actually show up too good in the thumbnail. People wouldn't figure out what it is, you know? All I know is I'm going printing that out and putting it up on the fridge.
First name lived on through possessions by the mother plant, an addiction to cocaine and subsequent dealings of said drug, and eventually died via starvation. However, first name returned with immense power as a cursed child risen from the grave. He killed several people before being ignored by my creator Kevin.
Well, he died like around this circle somewhere. Oh, he's like the Terminator. Boy, he looks cool. Oh, why are you kicking my child? What the hell was that? Everyone else is freaking out and he just kicked him. Okay, now he's freaking out. He's realized that his reaction wasn't really in tune with what everyone else is thinking.
Grimey Pickens. Grimey was born to Grim Pickens via an alien. Soon after aging up, Grimey was put into a Yoda cosplay to act as a kind of double bluff to disguise her alien nature. She later was traded out of the family for Jules Cooper, only rejoining the family to continue worship of her dear leader after numbers dwindled to such that it was required to search for more cultists. She later married Count Vlad in order to secure his wealth. When it was discovered that Vlad was not actually as wealthy as he seemed, your dear leader murdered him, leaving Grimey unfazed. She later died of old age. Scarlett Pickens. An oft-forgotten member of the Pickens family, Scarlett Pickens was one of the many alien children of your dear leader. She is seen in a mere 2 episodes of the Sims 4 series and is notable for her disconnection from the family. At one point it is revealed that the dear leader's looks were inherited by her. She is dead. Tim Pickens. The oldest known son of your dear leader, Tim Pickens lived alongside his father until his impregnation via alien. He was subsequently kicked out of the house and died of old age, leaving only Kendrick Pickens as evidence of his existence.
See? Oh, that's a bit creepy. Oh no!
Project Pickens. In an initial, albeit half-hearted attempt to be a good father, your dear leader fathered Project Pickens by Emma Racket. He eventually was discovered to have inherited hereditary vampirism and eventually died from exposure to the sun. Beejay Pickens. The favorite son of your dear leader, Beejay Pickens stayed with his father until he died. He married Jules Cooper to secure his talents and often wore clown makeup, a bra, a traditional Sith hood, and a skirt with heart-marked stockings and yellow boots.
She asked if he was single and that was his reaction. It was a very loaded question. It's a bit of a touchy topic.
He died of old age in the jungle, as faithful as ever a servant could be.
Are you gonna be upset for once? No, of course you're feckin' not.
Grim Pickens. The husband to your dear leader, Grim entered the story when he moved in next door.
It's the space. Wait, hold on. He doesn't have a face. There's nothing in there. Your love takes me to the moon. Oh shit, they're actually flying. Oh god, look at that face. He knows what he's doing. And look at that face. Look at that. Look at that blank space.
When he was invited to your dear leader's home, love quickly sparked. Woohooing and a proposal soon followed. While there were issues throughout the relationship, all were overcome through a mutual love of each other and death. The great love of your dear leader, Grim, is presumed dead.
Alright, this song, a real knee slapper. It's my favorite song. It's called You can call me Kevin, you can call me
Tug, 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 tug.
And maybe you'll get
Tug, 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 tug,
I have an
tug.
avatar, his name's Jim
Tug,
Pickens. He likes
tug,
Sims in his
tug,
basement with a
tug,
bunch of
tug,
chickens.
tug, tug.
We've been all been wearing
Tug,
tire
tug,
hats.
tug, 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 tug,
We
tug,
sing
tug,
turg,
tug, 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 tug smart, tug fast, tug good, tug, 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 do not understand fire. Tug, 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 tug,
About the time I
tug,
get to
tug,
the
tug,
front,
tug,
the
tug.
blue turtle shell hits my butt.
Tug, 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 smart, tug fast, tug good. Tug, 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 tug. Tug, 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 tug. Tug, 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 tug. Tug, 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 tug. Tug, 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 tug, tug. Tug smart, tug fast, tug good. Tug, 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 tug. Tug, tug. Tug, tug.
Jim Pickens.
Whoa, 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 what are you doing? Why are you coming in here?
Your dear leader is ancient beyond.
Your dear leader is ancient beyond measure, powerful and majestic, with elegance and malignant energy throughout his being. The great dear leader Jim Pickens has survived all the way from the time of Urp, dying once to the mother plant only to return after killing it. It would be unwise to tempt such a being into acting with violence, as violence is the default setting. Note, default setting has nothing to do with default the character. Now, let us look at a timeline of the events of this series.
More like Ragnarok.